Hello everyone, back to today's video. Going to have a look at the weather next week, 10 days for today's video. It's going to take us to around the 8th of March. So we've got the cold weather in now. The beast from the east has arrived. We've got bitterly cold air flooding across the country. Already a little bit of snow turning up in the east. Most of it's light at the moment, but expect the snow to become heavier and more widespread in the days ahead, and then we might still be on course for a very significant weather event at the end of the week in terms of gale force winds, heavy drifting snow, and potential for blizzards across parts of the country on Thursday night and Friday. And in between now and then, there's plenty of snow shower to come as well. And I'll be updating Snow Watch for you this evening, so I'll bring you up to date with all of that about the snow this evening. This video is going to extend sort of into the 7 to 10 day time frame. We'll see whether this cold spell is going to come to an end anytime soon. So we're going to start off by having a look at the radar picture, and this is the latest from the Weather Outlook. We've got these echoes here in the east. As I say, most of the snow showers are light at the moment, but we have got a few heavier showers beginning to turn up across East Anglia with those yellow colours there, and a bit of a streamer getting going down across the Channel and the south coast as well. If we add on the dew points, you can see that it's a very cold day today with temperatures widely below freezing in terms of the dew point. Get rid of those and have a look at the surface temperatures, and they're pretty cold as well, just 1s, 2s at best, some places hovering around freezing. So when we add on the wind as well, which is a strong easterly wind already, it does feel bitterly cold, and it's only going to get colder in the days ahead. So as we get through to the middle part of the week, there's going to be quite a severe wind chill factor, to say the least. We spoke about this in the live discussion that I did with Quantum yesterday. It seemed to go down very, very well. The video is here at Gasworth. You can get it from the homepage. There's a button that is directing to page that the recording is on. You can also listen to it on Quantum's YouTube channel. So this is censoring temperature. So this is updated now to yesterday, and it's on its way back down again. We currently stand provisionally at 3.7, which is bang on the 30-year temperature average, 61 to 1990 average. That's provisional to the 25th. That's going to move downwards, of course, over the next few days. And if there's a downwards correction as well, it's not inconceivable that we might finish up under 3 degrees Celsius for the CET for this February. But I think it's probably going to finish up in the low 3, so somewhere around 3.0 to 3.3 would be my guess where we finish. But we'll see anyway. There might be a bit of a downwards correction that with the drops that we're going to get over the next 3 days might be enough to take us under 3 degrees. But I don't think we'll quite do that. But anyway, it is going to be colder than average, colder than average month, colder than average February. Most definitely. These are the 500 millibar height anomaly flow charts for the next 7 to 10 days. We've got the ECMWF here on the top. GFS, which I'll look in a moment, is on the bottom. 500 millibars, 80,000 feet is an area in the absolute high pressure, low pressure, being done by the jet stream running above. Red extrapolates high pressure and blue to low pressure. So we find we've got with the ECMWF, this area of below average heights, still generally to our south in the 7 to 10 day time frame. Remember, it's taking us to the end of the first week of March. We've still got quite a strong blocking signal here, particularly to the northwest of the country. And so this is very close to keeping us cold, actually, and certainly for northern parts of the country. I reckon this is keeping things pretty cold, even into the 7 to 10 day time frame. The jet stream is really down here, so we're more or less still on the cold side of the jet stream. And there would be more wintry potential with that. Now, for the south, it might get a little bit less cold at times, but I think the central and northern areas, that's keeping things cold throughout the first week of March. Now, the GFS is very similar. The difference is that the trough is a bit further north, so generally it's a bit milder, the GFS, although the jet stream is still more or less to the south of the country. But this trough is to further northwards than what we see with the ECMWF. The blocking is slightly less as well to the northwest. So overall, it's still quite chilly, especially in northern parts of the country through this first week of March. But it's not as cold, not as much wintry potential as we see with the ECMWF. But it will only take very slight adjustments actually with that. Just push that trough a little bit further southwards from what that's showing, and you're back to the ECM solution, which is to keep things pretty cold through that first week of March. These are the GFS temperature and precipitation ensembles. Looking at Coventry today, but let's have a look at the ensembles for Coventry. The red line here is the 30-year upper air temperature average. So this is where we are right now. We're very cold. We're going to get colder over the next 3 or 4 days. So bitterly cold up to the end of the week. Then temperature staging a recovery as we go into the end of the week and the weekend. The upper air temperatures anyway, associated with this precipitation spike. So that's our big snow event at the end of the week and potential for blizzards. After that, the GFS is keeping things close to the 30-year temperature average for a while before it starts to lower the temperatures actually into the second week of March. Notice also there are a few cold outliers in this period just here. So not all ensemble members are warming things up actually after that snow event. Not all ensemble members are bringing milder air back into southern parts of the country. It is still a low risk probability, but the chance is still there that for England and Wales we might extend the cold into March, through that first week of March, after the snow event and the blizzard. We might just keep things very, very cold rather than giving us a thaw. This is the ensemble for Aberdeen, interestingly. And again, red line 30-year upper air temperature average, so really cold through to the end of the week and weekend. But notice through this first week of March, unlike what the Coventry ensemble is doing, the Aberdeen ensemble is generally keeping most of the ensemble members on the cold side, which tells us up across Scotland, you're likely to hang on to really cold conditions through the first week of March, actually. And down in the south, a slight adjustment would even keep parts of England and Wales very cold through this first week of March. So I don't think it's a done deal that after the snow event and the blizzard at the end of the week, I don't think it's a totally done deal that we do turn things particularly milder. Certainly that's the way the GFS wants to go for the south, but it doesn't get it to the north. And the ECM, and we'll have a look at the ECM model run shortly, that is keeping things pretty cold through most parts of the country. And then for the surface temperatures at Coventry, we look like this. So this is freezing just here. This is plus 10 degrees there. That's minus 10 degrees just there. We're going to have very cold conditions over the next few days in the Midlands, so we're looking at the temperature hovering at or below freezing through to the end of the week, very gradually lifting the temperature up into the weekend and next week. But you'll notice again, many ensemble members, well not many, but there are several ensemble members that do keep things in that period where the temperature should be starting to lift up for England and Wales, do keep temperatures cold. And in fact, the lowest ensemble member in terms of minimum temperatures is this one just here through the first week of March, which takes things down to like minus 15 degrees or something one night around the 7th or the 8th of March. Now, that's an outlier, but it does show that, again, what I was saying, it's not totally out of question that after the heavy snow at the end of the week, we might keep things quite cold. As far as precipitation is concerned, a lot of dry weather showing up through the next few days, but bear in mind there will be snow showers, and then we've got the snow event just there. And after that, quite unsettled as we go through that second week of March. Temperature anomalies look like that, very substantially colder than average from the 26th of February through to the 6th of March. So really cold for the UK, for Ireland, for all parts of Europe, really very cold week coming up. Precipitation anomalies look like that, generally a little bit above average with the precipitation, and a lot of that is going to be snow, especially focused on Thursday night and Friday across England and Wales. Remember, I'm not going to go into detail about that in this video. We will cover it in Snow Watch this evening. So this is how the GFS is looking then. We've got this bitterly cold easterly wind on Thursday. It's going to be getting colder through the week. The wind's going to strengthen. The depth of cold that we bring in will increase through the middle part of the week. So if you think it's cold now, just wait for Wednesday and Thursday when it really is going to be bitter cold weather indeed. So we've got a strong easterly wind, and there's the upper air temperatures for Thursday, showing the minus 15 Celsius isotherm is across the country. We go through to Friday, and we start to bring low pressure up from the southwest. I think this is going to be named by the UK Met Office as Storm Emma, and this is going to bring gale force winds and heavy drifting snow and blizzard conditions, and it's moving into the south of Ireland at 6 o'clock in the morning on Friday. There's going to be an active weather front that's trying to push in from the southwest to deliver the snow. Stall of the front, an area of low pressure develops along it, taking place from Friday to Saturday. So that looks like it could be for England and Wales very snowy at the end of the week. That gets out of the way through to Sunday, and then low pressure is trying to break through from the southwest once again. And here we go into Monday, and a new area of low pressure moving in. This will bring rain to England and Wales, but notice Scotland still has the wind in from the east, so still cold up there. That's how Tuesday looks, and then through to the end of the week. Still on the height anomaly flow chart, the end of the period, I should say, it states as day 10. Thursday, 8th March. Still on the height anomaly, that low pressure is moving northwards, and as it does so, it's bringing less cold air up from the Atlantic. So by day 10, most of the cold air is to the north of the British Isles, to the north of Scotland. But I'll show you the other models in a moment, and they don't necessarily agree with that assessment. This is the surface temperatures that the GFS is forecasting starting today. So again, just 1s, 2s at best in most parts of the country today. Tonight, a widespread hard frost. Temperatures could go to those -6 or -7. Tomorrow, very similar temperatures to today. Maybe a little bit colder, 1 or 2 places getting ice days tomorrow. Temperatures tomorrow night, United Wednesday morning, could go as low as -7, -8. Severe penetrating frost. Then a widespread ice day across the whole country, away from the far southwest anyway, on Wednesday, signalling temperatures to be no better than -1 to -3 through many central and northern and eastern parts of the country. Severe frost on Wednesday night to Thursday. Another ice day on Thursday itself. Temperatures again hovering around -2, -3 through many parts of the country all day long, with a gale force, or near gale force, easterly wind. That is going to be an exceptionally cold day indeed. Severe frost again on Thursday night to Friday. Friday, we've got that snow event taking place away from the south, anyway, in the southwest, where it is getting a bit milder. Far southwest of the tip of Cornwall, it's up to 9 degrees, but away from there, most parts of the country, again, at or below freezing on Friday, with another frost and plenty of ice, I would have thought, on Friday night. Saturday, still looking really cold, struggling above freezing through the Midlands, but further north of that, generally still below freezing. In the far south, it is a little bit less cold. Another frosty night, not as bad, but another frosty, icy night Saturday night. And then Sunday and through to Monday, it starts to turn milder, especially for England and Wales, with temperatures going up into double digits. So it's not really until about day 10 that we start to feel notably milder down in the south, and even that, there's a bit of uncertainty about it, because this is the ECMWF. We've got this easterly wind in on Thursday. There comes the blizzard on Friday in the south and the southwestern part of the country. And through to next weekend, we don't really break the Atlantic through. So we've got these areas of low pressure down to the south, to the southwest. But we see that on Sunday, for example, the -5 isotherm, which is still cold air, is lying through this central swathe of the country. We go into next week, and this is when the GFS is properly breaking the milder air through across England and Wales, and not really the case, I don't think, for the ECMWF. And we're generally keeping it. These are generally quite cold looking charts, really, as we're going through the course of next week. That's how we finish up at day 10. And we're trying to have a go at building high pressure over Scandinavia again. I don't think the ECMWF is conclusively bringing milder air through anywhere, really. Perhaps does turn a little bit less cold early next week, but not really breaking that milder air through like the GFS is doing. And then finally we've got the GM. Winds are in from the east. We've got the blizzard to contend with at the end of the week. And look at this. We just keep the wind generally from an easterly direction across much of the country through next weekend and even into the start of next week. And I don't think we're kind of pushing the Atlantic through with any vigour. Excuse me, and if this area of low pressure be trended a little bit further south, even England and Wales, even the far south of England and Wales, could keep things cold through the course of next week, to be honest. That's how things are through the middle of next week. Most of the country is still in an easterly wind, you'll notice. It's not as bad as the easterly wind we're going to have this week, not as severe, but it looks like that's keeping many parts of the country quite cold into next week. And that's how we finish up at day 10. With low pressure just to our south, and the wind is in from the east or northeast. It is milder for England and Wales, but again, Scotland, Northern Ireland, Northern England, still looking cold at that point. It doesn't look to me as though the Atlantic is breaking through conclusively. It may well get less cold through the course of next week, and especially so down in the south. But if we keep things cold across most parts of the country next week, don't be overly surprised. I think there is a distinct chance, and especially for the north, I think Scotland is going to stay cold up to day 10. I can't see. The GFS does just about break the Atlantic through even to Scotland by day 10 and bring the milder air up. But I think there's a very good chance Scotland will stay cold up to day 10. And quite wintry as well. For England and Wales, it does look as though after the blizzard, we will gradually turn less cold over the weekend and into next week. But it's a slow process. And a few adjustments here. And we're keeping things cold across all parts of the country next week. So let's just watch this space. But it's not conclusive sort of signs. It's not very a strong signal for the Atlantic to get us out of this really cold weather. And talking of the cold weather, we'll be issuing Snow Watch, updated Snow Watch for you this evening with all of the latest on the coming snow risks in the next few days. And of course, that big snow event is possible at the end of the week. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.